So previously, we talked about four kinematics. In this video, we're going to talk about inverse kinematics, specifically the analytical solution. We'll go over a 2DOF robot example and a UR robot example in ROS. If you like the code and doc to follow along, make sure to check out the link in the video description. So the inverse kinematics problem states that given the position and orientation of the robot, you want to find the angles of each joint. So typically the input to the inverse kinematics could be a transformation 4x4 from the base to the tool end, and the output would be all the angles θ1, θ2 up to θn. So let's take a look at an example. So this one is a 2R robot that we've been working with throughout the series, and let's say we already found the four kinematics as described by this 4x4 matrix. If you want to see how I derived it, I went over it in the previous videos. So you have here the equations for your four kinematics. Let's start off with just the position. So we have the x, d, and yd, d meaning desired. So it's your desired x and y position. The z component is 0 because it's a planar robot, so we're not going to worry about that. We have our cosines right here and sines here, which we're expanding out. So this is just the expanded form. Once we have that, we could start doing some algebra. So using the cosine plus sine property equals 1, and the cosine A, cosine B plus sine A and sine B, this gives us the cosine A minus B. So using these properties, we could say that cosine D squared plus YD squared equals this right here. And the main thing we're solving for is going to be cosine of θ2. Once we do that, then we could solve for θ2. We're going to get an arc cosine of this expression right here. So this is how you get θ2. Now we have to find θ1. To find θ1, we go back to our equations here. So we expand the four kinematic equations using the angle addition identity here. We have the cosine θ plus θ2 equals this expression. So once we have that, we have our xd and yd, and notice we have our cosine and sine terms here, sine and cosine. So what we can do is do some little tricks. We have k1 equals L1 plus L2 cosine θ2, and then k2 equals L2 sine of θ2. So since we already know θ2, we could plug it in. So we have xd as a function of these x1 here and x2 here. And then same thing with yd, we have those expression. You can see if I move over, you can see we have here again x1 and x2. So these are our different expressions. And if we go to the next page, you could see we just do more manipulation with the different variables. So we let r equals square root of x1 squared plus x2 squared. We could write x1 and x2 in this form, where gamma equals a tan 2 of x2 and x1. Then we could replace the variables, and we have xd equals r cosine of θ1 plus gamma, and yd is r sine of θ1 plus gamma. We take a tan 2 of both, and then we get this expression. So we have θ1 plus gamma. Then all you need to do is substitute it back in. Then we solve for θ1. We get a tan 2 yd xd minus a tan 2 of this big expression. If I slide over, you can see this is the remaining of the expression that you have to plug in. So basically the idea is we have everything we need, right? Because we solve for θ2. Now our last variable is θ1. So we have the equations for θ1 and θ2 given our tool end position xd and yd. Now, before I jump into the example for the UR robot, if you're looking to build your career in robotics and AI, I have a bundle on my website, as well as a lot of robotics projects to help you get started. Link in the video description. Okay, so here we are in ROS. I'm using WSL here. You could use this either natively in Ubuntu or WSL on Windows. So right here, I have an inverse kinematics node that I'm running, and I'm also doing a couple different things. So you'll get all of these code when you get my robotics bundle package with my code and documentation. You could run these examples for yourself. But let me just show you exactly how it works. So this one right here is going to be relying on an analytical solution for this UR5E robot here. You can see in the back, my big head is kind of blocking it, but you can see this is our UR robot. So the idea is we want to be able to find the joint angles given the tool end position. So I have a couple of different scripts right here. So right now, you could start it up. You could start up the robot, and then you could tell it to move. So if I come here, you could see if I run this command here, the action send goal. So if I send this, right now it's going to move to this new position here. So this is the position of the robot we're dealing with. And what we can do is figure out the transformation matrix of the tool end. So if I run this, you can see this is the tool end of my robot here. So now that I have the robot in a new position, I know the tool end. So the idea is we want to figure out the exact angles for this. So you could run this right here, ROS2 echo topic. This is using the ROS way to show you the topics. So notice the order of these is a little bit off, meaning that the order is not exactly the same order as I sent it. But you can see that the shoulder lift joint is 0, the elbow joint is negative 1.5, and the shoulder pan joint is also negative 1.57. So these are in fact the same angles I sent. It's just the order in which ROS prints it out is a little bit different. But if I run the inverse kinematics, basically I am going to expect these angles from the output if the solution is correct. So that's kind of some way you could do some sanity check to make sure your solution is right. So I have the script here that can check the inverse kinematics. I wrote the inverse kinematics solution, the analytical form here. So what this does is you could pass in the transformation matrix here of the tool end, and we confirm that using this printout right here. This is the same matrix, as you can see. It's just going to be expressed in a slightly different form so that it could work in the ROS argument. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that and run it, and you can see the output. And indeed, we get negative 1.57, 0, negative 1.57, and then 0, 0, 0. So looking at the output, it confirms that our inverse kinematic solution matches. So if you want to play with this program, you could check it out in the link in the video description. Now, if you're new here, my name is Kevin. I've been doing robotics and AI for 10 plus years and have lots of resources on my channel. If you want more deep dive videos, you want to make sure to come up here and join my robotics builders membership. It's a second tier. This is where you see all my deep dive videos on all my projects so you can learn how to build it yourself. So if you come to this tab here under videos and members only, you could take a sneak peek at some of the different video topics I have here. I went through a lot of deep dive videos for this series in terms of how to implement a lot of these things in ROS and the physical interpretation with the UR robot. And I also have some of the projects where I went over the robot leg design, sim to real for this inverted pendulum example, some robot arm builds. So you definitely want to check it out if you're trying to build your own robots. All right, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for staying till the end. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.